Hello and welcome to News Talk here on Inside Lane, where you can get your weekly dose of motoring news, except this week I want to do things a bit differently. You see, whilst all the hubbub of motor shows and things have died down, I thought it was a good opportunity to open a bit of a dialogue about a very popular car, which is the Subaru WRX STI. Now, there is a new one coming along very soon, and we have certain expectations of it, and I thought here would be a good forum to open up to you guys and see what you guys want from the next Subaru Halo car, I suppose, for the brand. So that's what we're talking about today, and this is News Talk. Now, last year I tested the current Subaru WRX STI, and I was one of those kids when I was younger who watched Richard Burns and Colin McRae pilot these fire-breathing, blue with gold alloy wheel monsters through the most extreme terrains, and it was just an incredible spectacle. That was when Subaru were really at the pinnacle of their power. The new car comes along and it's in this beautiful World Rally blue, gold alloy wheels, and I thoroughly enjoyed it for the first 3 days. And after that, it started to grate on me a little bit. And I took some stick in the reviews, get people going, "Oh, you're just a big girl, go get your handbag, stop complaining, blah, blah, blah." But at the end of the day, when you look at the competition now, and we're not just looking at all-wheel drive performance cars anymore, we're looking at all-wheel drive hot hatchbacks that are now intruding on Subaru's territory. I think Subaru really needs to step up their game with the next car. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we're looking at about the same money as a Ford Focus RS over here, £28,995 for the current WRX STI, 295 brake horsepower, 0 to 62 miles an hour in 5.2 seconds, 159 miles per hour top speed. It's all very impressive from that 2.5 litre boxer engine. It's not a slow car, it's still impressive. But the thing that got me is that today you can have performance and everyday usability. You don't have to choose. And in that respect, I think the current WRX STI is a bit of a dinosaur in that, yes, it's very fast, but particularly in the UK where the roads aren't great and things like that, the ride could be softer, or you could have a button where you just push and adjustable dampers, little things like that the competitors do have that the Subaru doesn't. And so that's what we're going to go into. We're going to see what we can expect from the next car, the 2018-2019 Subaru WRX STI. Now, from previous concept cars and things, we can get a rough idea what it's going to look like. It's probably going to be a larger car again, more curvaceous is what the modern Subaru designs are going for. But I think something that Subaru really needs to address first and foremost is interior materials. The quality's good, the cabin's not going to fall apart, and you don't buy a Subaru, to drive around as if it's a Rolls Royce. I totally get that. The money is better spent elsewhere in the chassis than the materials. However, the new Subaru Levorg is a good example that Subaru can tart up the interior nicely with some nice stitching, some more leather inserts and things like that. The Levorg showed that step forward is totally possible for Subaru, and that was a perfectly acceptable cabin. But come back to the sort of livability of the car. Adjustable dampers would be lovely. So many cars, even my test car this week, this Mini John Cooper Works convertible, it's a hard riding car with big alloy wheels, but you can push a button and soften the dampers whenever you're on bumpy roads and firm them up whenever you want to go faster. That's also offered on the likes of the Honda Civic Type R. It's also offered on the Ford Focus RS, both cars in the same price bracket as the Subaru. So the new car, I'd quite like to see that adjustability. I don't know about you guys, whether it's something you really care about or not, but I know in the UK, it's something, it would make it more likely that it would be a car I'd buy to use every day. If I had to have one car, that's what I want the next WRX STI to be. I want it to be fast. It's already practical. It's already all those things that makes it an everyday car. I just want a little bit more comfort built into it, but then equally the ability to snap my fingers and it's a monster again. Now, the 2.5 litre boxer engine in the current car, I would probably expect to be replaced now. I know we've been saying that for a while, but I feel that the last car was the last hurrah for that engine. And it's getting to the point where, the turbo lag and things in the engine just aren't really acceptable by today's standards. And because it's an engine that's been tweaked and updated and changed, as opposed to a new, more modern design, I think the new design really could benefit the car in many ways, in performance, in economy, And like I say, I want this Subaru to be a car that does everything. It should be the only car I ever need to own. Previously, hot hatchbacks wouldn't dare tread on the same hallowed ground as Subaru, but now you're looking at the Golf R and the RS and the A45 AMG, and they're all pumping out serious horsepower. So I'm hoping for about a 400 brake horsepower figure with this car. We know that the very capable all-wheel drive system can handle it. So let's have it, Subaru. This new motor probably gives you a lot of options in terms of tweaking up the power. 400 seems like a good number to go for at the moment. And again, it'll probably bring the 0 to 60 time down to under 5 seconds. Now, the new Subaru Impreza that was recently unveiled has an all-new chassis. It's much lighter, it's 50% stiffer, so that's why I expect as well from the Subaru is to shed some of that weight, go to a predominantly aluminium architecture, and that's just going to improve everything, handling and the economy. And I'd like to have a slightly lighter Subaru. I still want it to feel meaty, I still want it to feel like it's a car of substance, but whenever I throw it into a corner, I want all that grip and not have that feeling that it wants to pull wide because of its weight. Yeah, so a lighter Subaru WRX STI I think can only be a good thing for everyone, for Subaru, for fans, and particularly for those people who take it to a racetrack. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think and expect and dream for in the new Subaru WRX STI, because this car has such a strong fan base that, you know, like myself, I just want to have the next car come along and for me to just go, wow, this is hands down one of the best things in its class. So tell me what you want in the comments below. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I would expect to see, at the very least, a concept car next year, if not by the end of the year, sort of Tokyo Motor Show time, the finished model ready to go on sale a few months later. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for listening to me ramble on, and don't forget to let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for all of the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For breaking news and written reviews, visit www.insidelane.co.uk.